Hello and welcome back to Half-Life 2, the Let's Play Blind. Right then, a couple more things to make a note of before we continue. As always, M. Richer has said in the comments in the last video that the head crabs are a biological weapon, or being used as a biological weapon, I should say, by the Combine in the missiles that we've seen scattered around on the ground. Because apparently it's an effective weapon to take over places, which makes sense, of course. They do come apparently from Zen as a native creature, and apparently the Vortigons, or the Vorts, they eat them, apparently, which I'm not going to question because it's alien eating another alien species. They're aliens; they can do their own thing, and we don't fully understand why that they eat them or what nutritional value they get out of them. But they're an alien organism; it doesn't really matter. So, fair enough. I did not know that, but that's really good to know. A normal head crab equals a zombie, so that's the standard head crabs we've been seeing before. They make a zombie or a vagina monster, as I call it. A fast head crab equals a fast zombie, which is what we've been seeing here. I haven't actually seen that many fast head crabs on their own. I've seen the black ones, which I believe are the poisonous ones, but the actual spider-like normal coloured ones, I think I've only seen one or two. I don't remember off the top of my head when I saw them, but I have seen them, but not as often. But they make the fast zombies, which is what we're dealing with now. And then the poisonous ones, which are the black ones, apparently they make a new type of zombie we haven't met yet, which is just wonderful. So thanks for that, Richard. That's very good to be updated on that. Apparently, when I asked the question, do the head crabs evolve from the normal one to the fast one to the poisonous one? Apparently, again, Richard said that they seem to have evolved because Ravenholm seemed to have invaded by them a long time ago, which I hadn't thought of actually, like how recent this invasion of the head crabs as biological weapons is to Ravenholm. Apparently, it's been a while. Didn't really state or specify how long, but I guess maybe we don't really know. Perhaps you just have to guess, or maybe perhaps it's not important. Um, but yes, they seem to have evolved, hence why you can get the fast ones and the poisonous ones. And I also made a note about how the shotgun isn't really that effective a weapon against zombies. Against the fast ones, they are. Um, and apparently, the host, which the head crab takes over and turns into a zombie, is still alive. Because I think I made a comment before when they were burning, not in the last video, but I think the video before that. It could have been the last video. No, it was the video before that, part 10, I think it was. That when I burnt them, when they went down that small alleyway, and I set fire to the gas leak that I created, they were like screaming noises, and I thought, oh my god, are they alive still? Are they? That's not doesn't sound like moaning. That sounds like proper screaming of pain. Apparently, they're saying the words help me" in backward talk. So apparently, the host is still alive, and they can still have conscious thoughts, which is horrible. I think that's even worse than a normal zombie. At least with a zombie, they don't have any conscious thought. That's gone. They just run on instinct. But these zombies are, they're not conventional zombies. These are all these head crab vagina monster zombies. They are a different kind of zombie. But yeah, that's horrible that the host is still alive and still able to think. And oh dear God, I feel so sorry for them. It's going to make it really hard to kill them now. But at the same time, I think, well, I got to kill them because it puts them out of their misery. But Jesus. Hence why you can detach the head crab from the host, and the host dies as well. The head crab's still alive, which is why you've got to shoot them in the head, because if you shoot them in the head, it kills the host and the head crab. So I noticed that already. Otherwise, you can actually just kill the body or kill the host, but the head crab jumps off and the head crab's still alive. So they're not conventional zombies in that you have to shoot them in the head. You can shoot them anywhere else, but no, it's interesting that they are still alive, but at the same time, deeply disturbing. So yes, but other than that, that's about it really. Oh, and he was just M. Richard also just made a comment saying that the G-Man quote I mentioned, that he mentioned in the previous comment about the right man at the wrong place can make all the difference. You know, apparently that applies to us as well. We can hopefully make a difference to the world. Don't know how yet, but I guess as we progress through the game, we'll find out. Because G-Man just sort of dumped us here and said, "All right, off you go then. You're the right man, wrong place. Off you go. Here's a bit of philosophy quote for you. Off you go. You'll be fine." It's like, okay. Could give me mission objectives, could give me some context as to what the hell's going on in the place I'm at, rather than just throw me in blind. But perhaps that might have influenced the events. Perhaps if he told me all that, maybe I wouldn't be so helpful, or maybe I wouldn't be able to fix the problem. So I can see the logic, but at the same time I'm thinking I still would have preferred some mission objectives and some contextual knowledge as to where you've dumped me, so I know what's going on, who's in charge, and then I can take it from there. But again, I suppose the influence from that and the ability to corrupt what I can do with that, it could change what could happen. In other words, G-Man wants me to do something specific, it's best to send me in blind, because it's more likely I'll do what he wants me to do, as opposed to telling me everything beforehand and then giving me the chance to think about it and then maybe do something differently. So I get that, but still, a bit weird. And then Hidden Windshield said I don't have to limit myself to things that are sharp and things that explode for ammo. I think the headcrab zombies are getting restless. I'm almost done. Don't worry, we'll come and kick your butt in a bit, or you'll kick my butt. Either way, I'm going to be terrified. Because he says that even though they act like movie zombies, they're still biological organisms, and thus can be killed by blunt force trauma, just like any other biological weapon. Biological organism. And he's quite right. I completely forgot. If again, when I was making all the comments about a zombie outbreak in real life, what would be again, it never. Hopefully, touch wood, it never does happen, thank God. But imagine the fictional scenario that it could happen. I mentioned that you need a semi-automatic rifle to hit them in the head, provided, of course, that these are conventional zombies. It might be that the zombies that do happen are different organisms altogether and have a completely different set of rules. I'm aware of that, but if they were the conventional zombies that we know of, the slow-moving ones, the slow-walking ones, not these ones, but whatever. I forgot to mention that yes, you can actually, or it is feasible to, rather than having to cut their head off or shoot them in the head, you can actually use blunt force trauma to kill them. For example, with the crowbar here, crowbar is an excellent blunt force trauma weapon. It's very, very light. But it depends actually. If you've got a steel one, it's a bit heavy, but you can get titanium ones from Russia. Probably a bit more widespread in the world now, but you can get titanium ones that are just as strong but a bit lighter. But crowbars are great. They've got the hook at the end, which you can use to then stab through the eye socket of a zombie, or just if you've got enough force behind you, literally puncture their head and get into their brain and then scoop it out and all that sort of stuff. You can do that. A crowbar is a brilliant weapon, and yes, blunt force trauma, you don't even need to penetrate the head with a blunt force weapon. If you hit the head of any organism, especially humans, with enough force, the trauma alone, the impact of that can damage the brain and kill it. So yes, you can do that with zombies. You can just hit them over the head, blunt force trauma, not even penetrate the head, but the force behind the blow will be enough to damage the brain and effectively annihilate the zombie. You are quite right, a hidden windshield. You can use blunt force trauma, and a crowbar is an ideal weapon, not only for its ability to be effective and strong, and able to hook the brain out, and you can stab it through the eye sockets or smack him in the head, or you could just whack him over the head blunt force trauma style with the crowbar, and it will still kill it. But a crowbar is really useful because it can open up doors, lift objects up. You've got the whole torque force thing behind it. So if there's any heavy objects you need to move, you can use it as a lever, and it'll work. It's very strong, very versatile, requires very little maintenance, if any at all. Yes, blunt force trauma. If you're going to go for blunt force, use a crowbar. Any other weapon depends on how strong it is, how long it is. You have to use a bit of common sense. But yeah, crowbar's probably your best bet, I'd have thought. But there are other blunt force trauma weapons out there that you could use, but you got to just consider how long it is, how easy it is to wield, how much energy and effort from you it requires to actually hit something with it without losing your sense of balance or dropping it or tiring yourself out. How much force would you have to apply to the head of a zombie to destroy it with the weapon you've got? I mean, with a crowbar it's not very much because it's a very tough, dense weapon. It's very useful, but it's also quite short, so again, in terms of zombies, they tend to grab onto you and pull you in. You got to be careful with all how close you have to get to hit it type thing. And if it is a very long reaching weapon, if it's a very long weapon, can you hit them from a distance and get a kill without them grabbing onto the weapon and pulling you in anyway? Blunt force trauma, I personally wouldn't go with it, but if I had no choice, then yes, crowbar for the win, definitely. But yes, you can do it, but I would not advise against it because for the most part you have to get too close, up and personal, and that could get you into a lot of trouble. Right, sorry about that. I like to ramble, as you know, and I hope you appreciated all that. And I'm sure there's please feel free to comment on what I've just said as well. If I've got anything wrong or any other things you could think of, go for it. I love all this sort of stuff. I love learning new stuff. I love talking about stuff. It's what I do. But yes, thank you very much for your comments. Please keep them coming and all that. Right then, now we can actually finally play the game. So I do ramble a lot as well, especially when it comes to these sections, because I absolutely hate these sections. They terrify me. These are scary. I don't really want to do it, to be fair, because I am terrified, but at the same time, we've got no choice. We've got to do it. We've got to save the world, or something equivalent, I guess. Unless you're playing, I watched Markiplier recently. He did a let's play on a game called Off. It's an RPG maker game he did a while back, probably about 6 or 7 months back. I just watched the whole let's play of that because I thought, oh, I haven't seen that let's play of his before. That was a really creepy game. Really creepy game, and you think you're the good guy throughout it, but it turns out that you're not quite doing what you thought you were doing, which is quite grim actually. It's quite a grim game altogether. It's very good, but yes, it does sort of like trick you at the end, and you think, oh, well that's depressing, So I'm hoping that this game doesn't pull a similar feat where we think we're doing something good, but in actual fact we're making things worse. But we'll see. Right, I believe after looking around we've got to jump into that water tank there. That sounds like an appropriate solution. So I'm going to save the game. I'm going to give it a go. Tally-ho! Woot. Water splash. Lovely. Right, I think I'm going the right way. Oops. I still can't get the hang of ladders. Me and ladders just don't go together. How did these people hang themselves, by the way? Like, did they climb all the way up here with a bit of cable or rope and then just thought, sod it, I don't want to live anymore, and then hang themselves? That must have required a lot of effort, you know, and the probability that they could have got killed by zombies along the way, you'd have thought maybe if they'd had to kill a load of creatures to get there to hang themselves, they might have just carried on going, but I suppose if they were that depressed and that miserable and that fed up and just want to die, I guess maybe, you know, you put all that effort in to get there, and you know, rather than see the positive side and go, my god, I killed all these zombies and monsters to get here, I can still do this, I can survive. Your mindscape's still set on killing yourself. Yeah, you can't really change. It's very hard to change one's mind on that. So I can understand why they did it and all the effort they went into it, but yeah, you really should. Oh, hello. The hell? Oh, hi. Oh god, there's lots of you. Oh Jesus, 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 oh Jesus Christ, Jesus. No! Damn it, I was like, but that was like moving side to side, that thing over there, I don't know if that was a glitch or not, but it was like moving side to, oh, get your butt here. Jerk. How come he was late to the party as well? What a nincompoop. Well, I can't expect them to all sort of collate at the same time, I guess, but even so. Damn. Oh god, that terrifies me. Well, I was expecting something, but oof. So what is? Yeah, that pipe was moving left to right. Oh, maybe because it was climbing up the pipe and it was making the pipe move from left to right. Perhaps, maybe. I'll let that off. I'll let that slide. By the way, I like the shotgun. The shotgun's really meaty compared to the. Well, in the first game it was quite meaty, but it's much more meatier in this game. Ooh. I might need to use my gravity gun. Oh yes, that was it. Yeah, Hidden Windshield said you don't have to limit yourself to sharp objects and or oh god, explosive. Yeah, I already said that, didn't I? Yeah, sorry. I'm too scared now. I'm not thinking properly anymore. Plus, I'm feeling a bit ill as well. Excuse me. Bless me. As you could tell from the sneeze. Oh, he's going for two. I apologise for that. Sorry about that. I haven't really got a mic mute button, or I do, but it doesn't. I can't reach it. I'm using a headset to record the commentary. I haven't got a proper microphone. I need to get a proper microphone with the mute button on it. So if I'm going to sneeze, I can just press it, and then you won't have to hear it. I apologise. Right. Okay. Right. There's a lift, and there's gas things. I think I know where this is going. I think. No, I've got to put it down, haven't I? Right. I know what's going to happen. Oh, maybe not. Oh, hello! Oh, you're coming this way! Uh-oh. Ah! Oh no! I underestimated how many there would be! No! Get... Oh no! I missed! No! Oops! Oops! Oh, I've dropped it! Boom! Oh no, you're still alive! Oh! Ow! 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 Blood force trauma! Blood force trauma! Blood force trauma! Save me! Okay, I was expecting them to be... that was my fault. I think the game knew that. I was expecting them to be in the lift, but they didn't. They came out there instead. It was like, oh, you're expecting them to be in the lift, are you? Well, screw that. They'll come up the gutter pipe instead. Damn you, gutter pipe! Why didn't you fail and fall over? You were already rattling before. How is it that you could survive another 3 or 4 zombies climbing up there? Stupid gutter pipe. The gutter pipe's on the side of the zombies. I hate you, gutter pipe. I'm gonna beat the hell out of you with my crowbar for a bit. Urgh! I can't. You're immune to crowbar beatings. No. Damn you. Well, luckily there's a lot of health nearby to recover us from that rather embarrassing thing. Right. Oh. Right, yes, I've got a horrible stinky cold, by the way. I've also been drinking a lot of whiskey as well, which has completely and utterly annihilated my immune system because my liver is just so poisoned right now. So that plus a virus equals really ill. But hey, it's Christmas. Well, it was Christmas anyway. Right. Oh! Oh, is that the poison one? That's a lot of head crabs. Was that a carrier? Oh, goody. I know. Ow, I've been poisoned. Oh, goody. Carriers! Of course there would be carriers. Okay, I probably could have handled that better with less ammo, admittedly. I probably could have used a crowbar for that, but... Oh, joyest of joys! carriers. Really, they're throwing everything at you now, aren't they, Valve? Valve are like, ooh, what other zombie monsters can we come up with? We've had the vagina monsters for ages. Oh, now we've got the fast ones. Oh, and now we've got carriers. Oh, and then probably in about 2 minutes' time, when I progress a bit further, we'll have the poison ones. Oh, I've got loads of them. Yay! Damn you, Valve, throwing every single type of zombie at me that you can think of. I mean, okay, look, I'm not really complaining that much, but still. It's just the pacing, you know? Right, I think I can go that way. I don't know if I want to go that way. Probably do have to go that way. I don't think I can go that way. I don't want to go that way because that's a wall. I go this way. No, it's a dead end. Headcrab death. Oh, did I? Oh. Oh, thank you again for reminding me that the headcrab is dead. I was actually a little concerned. I forgot if he was or not. Right, up here it is then. Tally-ho. Yes, these are the missiles. Yeah, I saw these earlier in the Let's Play series. I'd imagine that they were some form of biological weapon. I think I did make a minor comment on that before. But yes, nice to be reminded that the Combine is using them for that purpose. Because, again, I think, was it M. Richard that said it? The Combine have taken over Zen, basically. Hence why they were able to harness the headcrabs as zombies and enslave the Vortigaunts. Oh, hello. Nope. Oh, that was an epic fail. Sorry, I forgot the button controls in for a second. Ooh, chocolate shells. Lovely. God, these poor people. Look at that. Oh, God. Oh, God. Horrible. Ooh, health, though. Not horrible. Wait, that door can open. No, the door can't open. Why does it make door opening sounds? Can I open that door? Can I smack it with something? Darn it. No, I ended up breaking that instead. Perhaps if I crowbar it? No, it's made of metal. Metal versus metal equals a dented door, but not a broken one. But it makes opening noises. What the hell? Interesting. Perhaps we can open it later. Perhaps it's a door we must come back to. It's a scripted door, that's what it is. It's one of those scripted doors that'll surprisingly spring open in a bit, and then there'll be zombies bursting through it. Oh, and a loading screen! Yay! We're going on to the next bit. Joyest of joys. Loading, 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 loading. There's no better thing than loading. It wastes so much time. But if I had a faster computer or an SSD drive instead of a HDD, it might load a bit faster. Oop. I hear you. Oh. Well, there's lots of barrels about, so there's gonna be some sort of confrontation here. Perhaps I should drop this and Sproing! I didn't even know that was a real word. That's awesome. Right.